Hey everybody, Geezer Tony here. I wanted to take a minute and explain the purpose of this video. While in the background you're going to see some of the students from our last golf school hitting some shots and showing how well they have improved. So in this video I took more time to explain my shot and what I'm planning and what I'm doing. So I think each of you need to make your own plan based on your own abilities, expectations, and comfort level. My intention is to help you play better golf with what you already have. It's not about teaching you to swing. If you need help with your swing, I recommend Setup for Impact. So you could go to setupforimpact.com and you can find me on the instructors tab up near the top of the page. I do individual instruction and also do one-day golf schools to teach this swing that I use, that these people are using.
Hey everyone, Geezer Tony here once again, out on a nice winter day here in Sanford, or actually in Whispering Pines, playing the Pines course again. It's supposed to be a nice 65 degrees, and I just had to get out and play and walk. So I got hustled off the first tee, did not have time to get the camera or anything going. So we're on the first green. I'm not sure how long the first hole is. I'll put that on the screen. But I hit a good drive, and then I hit a gap wedge to here to the center of the green. I'm about 20 feet putting uphill. Looks pretty straight. Play it straight at the hole, see what happens here. Maybe it'll fall in. Almost. Not a bad putt for no practice putting or anything. Hole number 2 is a par 3, very uphill. I measured 141 yardage, and we have a very slight breeze helping. But it's uphill enough that I'm going to hit 9 anyway, which is normally a 150 club. I would like to be, if I mess up, I would like to be a little left, a little short. That being said, there's no guarantees. That's just where I want to miss if I miss. I'm going to go at it. So it looks like it's on, but over on the right side a little bit. I ended up being about pin high, but over on the right fringe. And I have a very difficult, I'm going to putt this one. It's going to break a lot to the left, and it's going to be very fast after it starts breaking. So I'm going to play a lot of break and just try to get the speed right and get it to drift down near the hole. It's looking good. Whoa. I don't think there's anything I could do about that drift. The higher I play it, the faster it's going to be rolling. For about 2.5 feet, we're going uphill, maybe 3 feet. Pretty straight. That was a little tougher than it looked, that first putt, I think. Hole number 3, 390 yards, par 4. Just need to keep the drive in play, but hopefully on the left side instead of the right. Gives you a better shot to the green. Now I overdid that. I'm going to be in the trees on the left. Maybe we'll find a shot in there. Okay, not sure if you can see these limbs on the camera, but I've got to keep this really low. I've got 156, and I need to hit I'm going to use a 7 to keep it low and try to roll it up on or near the green. Make par from there. I'm left again. Maybe I'll have a chance to get up and down though. So I'm left with this this tough, I want to say 45-foot chip with very little green, and it's downhill. Fortunately, I have a level lie, that helps, but I'm going to have to open the face. The other option is to bounce it up, and that's probably the smarter thing to do, but I'm no good at that. So I'm going to go with my strength and try to hit a good shot with this and try to save a par. So I need to pop it up, and it needs to hit the ground somewhere around at the edge of the green. It's going to break right as it rolls. Wow, pretty good. Actually stopped better than I thought it would. So I'm left with about a 4.5 footer here for par. It's going to come to the right, and it's downhill. So the speed and the line have to match. Anytime on a breaking putt, you could have several different aim points depending on your speed. For me, I'm going to go 2 balls out left with a very moderate speed. I don't want it running away. Perfect. Saved another par. Love that short game. I am on the 4th tee, 371 yard par 4, straight away. It goes a little bit left, but a tee shot straight away would be fine. A slight draw would be even better. Got to hit it down the middle. A little bit of extra draw, but I think it's going to be fine. It'll get past that pine tree and be wide open. Well, once again, it is open, but I didn't know this tree was here, or I didn't know it jutted out so far. So I've got to go under these limbs again. I've got 135 yards. It's a little bit downwind, and the flag is in the back, so that gives me some room to get it over that front bunker and stop it, I hope. So I'm going to hit a low pitching wedge, just a normal pitching wedge played farther back in the stance to try to keep it down under that limb, and maybe a hair right of the hole. I like that. Looks really good. That could be really close. We'll see when we get up there. So there was a lot more room than I ever imagined from back there, and the ball stopped really quickly. So I've got a 35 footer again. So again, it's about speed, not line. I'm going to play it fairly straight, maybe a hair right, and just try to get the speed right and make another par. Sometimes you get lucky. Ooh, didn't happen, but it was a very good putt. And another par. Sometimes you have to be patient. So we've made our way to the 5th hole. It's a par 5. It's a good one. It's 544 yards from the regular men's tee. And in addition, there is a water hazard in front of the green, so you have to be very careful with your layup. It keeps me from going for this one in 2 these days. I want to start it over near that bunker and just cut it back to the middle a little bit. I didn't start it as far left as I wanted, but it's going to be really good. Yeah, really good. Solid. Actually went down the right side. So why did I say I want to play it left and cut it when I'm happy with where it is on the right? simply because of that pine tree. I don't want to aim anywhere near it in case I push it a little bit, I hit it and I'm dead. So I play to the open area, and if you're able, curve the ball back to the good place, or if it goes straight, it's still okay. That's the strategy on that tee shot. So we can't see where we're going here, but the layup needs to be between that lone pine on the right and shaded that way because the hill beyond it throws everything left. And even so, that's probably a good 180 away. Let's check it out and see. So that tree over there that I just zoomed in on with the bullseye on is actually 195. I've got, that's about where I want to carry it to, and then it's going to run downhill. But I've got 6-iron, which is a 180 club, because we got some breeze behind us, and I just feel a little safer. If I hit the 5, I'm going to be a little worried about bouncing down into that hazard. Probably wouldn't, but I'll be thinking about it. So I'd rather just hit a good solid 6 and take whatever's left. I'm going to try to go right in the middle of that gap. Yeah, I like that. I tell you, I am loving these new irons. And I'm going to do a new what's in the bag for 2024 here very soon. Turns out I was probably right with choosing the 6-iron. I could have hit the 5, and I might be in the water hazard, or I might not. But I don't need to be any closer than this to the green, and I would have been very uncomfortable. I would have had a negative thought in my head with the 5, so that's why I went with the 6. It worked out great. So now I have 70 yards to a slightly uphill target, and I can see that short of the flag, it looks like a false front almost. If I don't get it there, it's going to try to roll back off. So I'm going to try to get it to the hole. I've actually been trying to work on a 70-yard shot because this is a weakness in my game. Is anything from between a full sand wedge, which is 100, on down to about 40 or maybe 50 yards is a weakness, and I just usually try to avoid it that distance. But been working on this 70-yard swing, so let's see how that goes. I'd say it was pretty much the correct, a good distance. I just hit it a little long. I mean, I hit it a little long on purpose so I wouldn't roll back off the green, and the wind is helping. So I think it was a good shot, even though it's not that close. So it turned out I wasn't that long, but I was correct that the ball would roll off the green. So now I've got a downhill breaking left big time. Another dangerous putt that could get away from you if you're not careful. It's not really one I can just go for. I would like to see it have a chance though. We're going to go out to the right about 2 feet. Try to get a good speed. Come on, baby. There you go. Now, being patient. I finally got one. 1 under through 5. There is a fairway bunker just left of the green grass. Hole number 6. 377 dogleg left. I'm going to try to go over that bunker on the left side if I can. Got a little breeze helping. Goes against my nature, but we're going to give it a shot. Well, I'm actually just right of it, but I think it's going to be really good. Yeah. So I'll be farther down, closer to the green than I normally am on this hole. Well, it was a pretty big drive. I went all the way through the dog leg. I've got 122 left. So that means I really hit the drive about, what, 250-ish, which is good. Usually I'm back there with a 170 or 160 shot, so I'm a lot closer to the green. And I'm 122. I'm going to try to push this A wedge there. So it's not really that distance of a club, but my next one is too long, and I'm not good at massaging it, at least not yet. We're going to go with the gap wedge, 122. Play just left of the pin, maybe. Nah, I mishit. Jeez. You know, I mishit that ball pretty bad, and it still got on the front edge. So that mishit turned out pretty good. It's another example of what setup for impact has done for me. The mishits got way better. I missed it, but it was straight at the hole, and so it bounded up on the green instead of over there in the bunker or over there in the woods or something. So I've got about close to 40 feet here. It's going to go a little uphill the first half and a little bit downhill the last third. And it should come left just a bit. So again, this is just a speed thing. I'm going to aim it a little right of the hole. Envision that big area around the green and try to roll this ball up into it. Not turning the way I thought it would, but it's 3 feet. Flag is not wanting to stand up. The hole is loose in the ground. So like the hole is too big. The rare occasion I'm going to take the flag out because it's leaning right towards me and I can't get it to stand up. Here we go, straight in, 3 feet. Another par with a bad shot. We're on number 7 now. It's another par 5. It's only showing 460 from this tee, but it's practically a 90-degree dog leg. And if you hit driver and can't snap hook it, you'll be through the fairway and blocked out by trees. And I know that from experience here. So I'm just going to go with 5 wood. And believe it or not, if I hit a good 5 wood, I can reach the green for my second shot. So I'm going to hit a 5 wood. Try to turn it over a little bit if possible and keep it in play. Oh yeah, it's hooking around there just right. I like it. So you may ask, Geezer, what did you do to hook that ball with a 5 wood? So I didn't change a swing at all. It's not about the swing. All you do is you keep the club face pointed where you want your ball to start, and you adjust the alignment of your body out to the right so that when you swing, the path will be from the inside based on where your club face is pointed. You're still making your normal golf swing. It's just like you've aimed too far right, but the club face is still pointed at the target. So when you make impact, it starts online, and then the adjustment that you may put spin on it makes it curve left. It's very easy to do either way. If you don't try to change your swing, you just change what happens at impact. So here's a look at the green. All you can see is this huge cavernous bunker in front of the green, which is justified because it's so short. And I don't even care if I'm in it on this shot. Just want to hit a good solid shot. So now I have 245 to the flag, 230 to get over that bunker. I'm going to hit 3 wood. I got a little help with the wind. Maybe I'll get there. If I don't, I might be in the bunker, but that's okay. So that's kind of weird, huh? You hit a 5 wood off the tee and then a 3 wood to the green, but that's just what it called for, and that's what we have to learn to be disciplined enough to do, is play the shot that you have in front of you and worry about the next one later. So the flag is right in the middle of that opening of the pines. So all I'm going to try to do is just hit a good solid 3 wood up there and take whatever it gives me. Very low, but well hit. It should be right up just short of the green. So I have about 50 feet from the front edge of the green to the hole and about 40 feet to reach the green. And I'm on an uphill lie. So I'm going to use a pitching wedge normally, and I always try to carry it on the green when possible. Normally that pitching wedge would go too far, but I'm on an uphill lie, which is going to help it stop. So that's going to kind of cancel out some of the roll. So let's see if we can hit a good shot and get this up here, get it up, see if we can get this up near and have a chance for birdie. practice swing, practice. You're testing the condition here. You're testing the hill, where your club wants to hit the ground. Make it a purposeful practice swing when you make one. A little bit right, but the distance was good, so I probably won't have but about 7 feet maybe. Okay, I've got 9 feet, more like 9 feet instead of 7. That's still inside of 10%, as I like to talk, from 100 feet, so successful, although I would like to be closer. This is uphill, it's going to break a little bit left, and I need to make sure I get it there. I'm going to play about a ball out the right. And wow, it hit something in the middle there and just kind of turned back to the right. So I don't think that one was my fault. I'll be anxious to see that one on the video, playing in slow motion. It looked like it hit something and rolled up the hill, or turned up the hill a little bit. Can't make them all. Sometimes you hit a perfect putt. Sometimes that's golf. Sometimes you'll hit a perfect putt and it won't go in. And other times you hit a bad putt and it does go in. So I think that was a good putt, and I'm not going to let that bother me. Hole number 8, par 3. We're playing 142 to a front pin here. And I feel better with a wedge, pitching wedge, than I do the 9. Normally I would just blow it by the hole and make sure I get on the green, but I just feel pretty good with this. And if I come up just short, I'm close to the hole, most likely we'll make a par. We would hope. Okay, 142 wedge, pitching wedge. Need to hit it good. Just right of the pin, I hope. Right where I wanted it. I think it's going to be good. Oh yeah, right on the front of the green in that shade. So we got to the front of the green. We're 15 feet short. It means I hit that wedge about 137, which is pretty close to maxed out. Hit it really well. We're going very slightly uphill, and a little break to the left. Let's see if we can get one, since that last one didn't behave. I'll be playing this in about 3 balls out right. There it is. Come on. Wow, it just looks like it's going in. It quits breaking. All right, I'm hitting putts where I want to hit them, so maybe I need to do a little better job of reading. Another par. We're on hole number 9 now. It's a par 4 dogleg right. Kind of a shortish hole. I don't have a yardage here, but I'm going to say about 350 maybe. But it's made longer because you got to play to the left off the tee. Stay out of those bunkers. I'm just going to hit a smooth drive up there and see what we have left. Shouldn't be too bad. Even the far left edge of the fairway is not that far from the green. I like that one. Down the left side with just a hint of a cut. Should be perfect. Okay, I've got 102 to the hole. Normally that would be a sand wedge, but I've got a little breeze at me, and I fear if I just slightly mishit it, I won't clear the bunker. So I'm going to go with this 3/4 gap wedge and just try to make sure I get there, get it on the green, have a birdie putt. Wasn't hit great, but it's going to turn out really good. It was a little thin and left and low, but it carried the bunker. Good choice on the club. Okay, well, we've got 7 feet. As I said a while ago on the putt, sometimes you hit a bad shot and it turns out good, and vice versa. So that's golf. I think it's inside left, a little bit firm. You can take advantage of that good break. Oh yeah, okay. So that ends the 9 here. That's the 9th hole. I actually shot 2 under and wasn't expecting, because again, I'm not hitting the ball all that well, but I'm managing the game well, and that's part of what the video is about, is how to manage your game. When you're maybe not hitting it that well, you can still score pretty well if you're smart and you have a good short game. So that's all for now. Geezer Tony signing off. Till next time.